When most people think about the Bible, they picture a collection of ancient stories, genealogies, and religious proverbs. Some may see it as a source of comfort during times of distress, a book to pull from a shelf on a Sunday morning and then return when the week begins. Yet, beneath its pages lies something much deeper. The Bible is not just a book, it is a blueprint, carefully and thoughtfully designed, capable of guiding, shaping, and transforming your life in ways you might never have expected. Imagine approaching life as though you are embarking on the construction of an extraordinary building, the kind that needs a strong foundation, careful planning, and diligent maintenance to stand the test of time. Without a blueprint, you'd be left to guess at the structure's dimensions, the placement of its beams, and the flow of its rooms. Mistakes would be inevitable, costly adjustments frequent, and the final result uncertain. With a blueprint, however, every detail is intentional. Every part of the structure serves a purpose. This is precisely how the Bible functions for those willing to see it, not merely as literature, but as the design for a life well lived. Throughout its chapters, the Bible addresses the fundamental questions that people wrestle with in every era: identity, purpose, morality, relationships, suffering, and hope for the future. Its wisdom is not bound to a single culture or century. It cuts across history and speaks directly to the human experience. Whether you are navigating success or hardship, joy or sorrow, the passages within offer counsel and direction specifically for those moments. Consider, for instance, the Bible's approach to identity, a topic that dominates so many conversations today. In a world where we are often told to create our own meaning and define our value by achievements, appearance, or social status, the Bible presents a radical alternative. It declares that every person is created in the image of God, imbued with inherent dignity and worth that no circumstance can take away. This truth becomes the cornerstone of your personal foundation, reminding you that no failure can erase your value and no success can increase it. From this place of stability, you gain the courage to step boldly into each day, no longer driven by fear of inadequacy or the endless pressure to prove yourself. But a blueprint does more than just establish a strong foundation. It also outlines how the building should grow and expand. The Bible's principles for living, justice, mercy, humility, forgiveness, and love are like the beams and supports that give strength to every aspect of your life. When confusion strikes or decisions appear overwhelming, these guiding principles help you discern the right path. For instance, when hurt by someone's words or actions, you might instinctively reach for revenge or allow bitterness to take root. But the blueprint of the Bible encourages something different. It teaches not only the importance of forgiveness, but also provides the method to forgive as you yourself have been forgiven, releasing both yourself and the other from the chains of resentment. Relationships, another cornerstone of human existence, are addressed throughout the biblical blueprint. Instructions about honesty, patience, and selfless love become building materials for lasting friendships and healthy family dynamics. Even the golden rule, treat others as you would want to be treated, is a structural beam that can uphold communities and societies. Imagine if every interaction, from the closest relationships to fleeting encounters with strangers, was shaped by this principle. The ripple effect would extend far beyond your personal life, impacting the world around you in meaningful ways. Yet life inevitably includes unexpected challenges, the storms of loss, disappointment, and pain. A good blueprint anticipates adverse conditions, including reinforcements that allow the structure to withstand wind and rain. The Bible too anticipates the trials of life and offers assurances that hardships, while real and at times overwhelming, do not have the final word. Within its pages are stories of resilience against all odds, songs of lament and hope, and promises that suffering can sharpen character and deepen faith. Passages like it too, when you pass through the waters, I will be with you, remind you that hardship is not a sign of abandonment, but an opportunity for growth and intimacy with the divine. Not only does the Bible guide you through the storms, but it also inspires you to dream, casting a vision for life that is deeply meaningful and abundant. It urges you not to settle for mere existence, but to pursue a life filled with purpose. The blueprint doesn't lead you inward to isolation. Rather, it propels you outward towards service, generosity, and the pursuit of justice. It is here that you find your unique calling, the intersection of your gifts, passions, and the world's needs. By seeking wisdom in its pages, you are equipped to pursue endeavors that matter, crafting a legacy that will outlast your lifetime. Of course, the beauty of a blueprint is that it doesn't force uniformity. Two buildings constructed from the same plan can look very different, depending on the details, the materials used, and the unique handprints of those who build them. Likewise, the Bible does not demand robotic conformity or suppress individual expression. Instead, it allows for your personality, culture, and experience to shape how its truth is lived out. It is both stable and flexible, unchanging in its guidance yet adaptable to each person's journey. Moreover, the blueprint is meant to be lived out in community. Just as no building is constructed by a single worker, the life outlined in the Bible thrives in the context of relationships. The stories and instructions are interwoven with the expectation that people will walk together, encouraging each other, sharing burdens, and celebrating victories. It's an invitation to join a story much bigger than yourself, extending across continents and centuries, reaching back to the earliest patriarchs and forward to generations yet unborn. For those willing to engage with the Bible not just as a text to be read, but as a guide to be followed, the rewards are profound. This blueprint rebuilds lives from the inside out, restoring broken hopes, realigning purposes, and teaching new habits that replace old patterns of harm. Its counsel is ever present in moments of decision, reminding you to seek wisdom over haste, faithfulness over fleeting thrills, and steadfastness in the face of difficulty. Every blueprint, no matter how finely crafted, requires a builder who is willing to trust its design. The decision to trust the Bible with your life plan is a daily act, a series of small choices that cumulatively shape your trajectory. Some days, doubt will arise, or the demands of the blueprint may challenge your comfort. Yet, as you persist, what emerges is a life of depth, resilience, and unmistakable purpose. Above all, the Bible repeatedly points to a foundational truth, one of unshakable love, acceptance, and hope. It is not simply a set of rules, but a story, a narrative of redemption, freedom, and the pursuit of a people by their Creator. It beckons you not to follow out of duty, but out of the realization that you are invited into something beautiful and transformative. So, the next time you see a dusty Bible on a shelf or hear its words quoted, pause for a moment. Remember that what lies within isn't just a book filled with stories from long ago. It is a blueprint, a living document, and a trustworthy guide, carefully designed to lead you into a life of purpose, meaning, and hope, no matter what challenges or joys tomorrow might bring. And as with every great design, the blueprint only reveals its full beauty when it's put into practice, one faithful step at a time.